Beetle, it's time to summon the rest of the new Justice League International. After my great cameo in the Batman Superman movie, it's time we pick a new home for the League. Cameo? You were on the DVD cover and you even saved Batman and Superman from Doomsday. Nope, just a cameo. I didn't have any lines. And plus, Comic Tom said the next issue is my full first appearance, and he had a couple hundred exclusive covers made and is selling them on Whatnot, so you know he isn't lying. Plus, it was on the Hot Top 10 list. What's a Comic Tom? Anyway, getting back to the Justice League International, we all need a great city to call home. I mean, the Titans have San Francisco, the Justice League was in Washington, so I've decided our new home will be East St. Louis. East St. Louis, that's a bit rough of a city, isn't it, Booster? Come on now, Ted. Aquaman even had a team in Detroit. Booster, the entire Detroit team died. What is up? How's the Legion of Comic Collectors doing today? Welcome back to Journey into Legends, the show where we take a look at Batman Legends of the Dark Knight, one story at a time. Today's story is one issue. It's called Terminus. This is issue 64, written by Jamie Delano, with art by Chris Baccello. A quick disclaimer. I did skip two stories that tied into Nightfall. I really debated over it, but in reading them, you really sort of had to be following along with the whole story. So I feel like those fit more into the Nightfall, Night's End, Night Quest category, not the Legends of the Dark Knight. I also skipped issue 0. Right? This will be, actually, I guess it fits in after today's story, before the next one, Viewpoint. And these issue 0s came out after a 0 hour sort of mini reboot for DC. And all this really does, it tells a mini story, but it mainly has a lot of pinups by a ton of different artists. Not a true story, so I figure it is worth skipping. So we skipped 7 issues up to issue 64 with Terminus. So let's jump right in and take a look at it, and I'll let you know what I think on the flip side. So in Terminus, we see a junkie stabbing the guy he's buying his drugs from and then fleeing from the Batman into a abandoned hotel called the Terminus, in which we see him using his drugs, and then we get to meet the other people staying in this hotel and find out why they're there, for things like hit and runs on babies and murder. A real group of winners here in this hotel. Alright, so that was Terminus. Right off the bat, I think I'm just going to give this 1 bat signal out of 5. On the surface, a great story premise of seeing all of these people in the hotel and why they're there. Maybe like the moral of the story type story, don't go down this road. But for me, I just don't read comics to be depressed. I don't want to read a story about a guy in an abandoned hotel because he ran over a baby and fled, or people murdering and all of that, and the main character, you know, Batman finds him after he's OD'd, but in his mind he thinks he's escaped. Just not my cup of tea. But, you know, the great thing about Legends of the Dark Knight, if you don't like this story, very next issue you're going to have new creative team, new writer, new story. And actually the next story may be the most famous story from this series. So that's something to look forward to. As always, you know, I appreciate you watching. Would love to hear from you in the comments down below. And as always, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. And with that, I'll see you all next time.